I can't help myself. I want to say good morning, but I know it's not good morning for everyone. You get it. I don't know why I let the small things bother me. Good morning, everyone. Tom, aka Nostra Thomas. I am the bomбest. Koska in the house. How you doing, sister? Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? I've been getting really excited. A ding 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 ding. Markets open. Ding ding. I got big news all around. Ding ding.
Ding
A
ding
ding a
ding ding
ding. Ding
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 ding.
ding
Something like that.
ding.
Yeah. I feel you on that. I'm cold. My feet are cold. I've been on a bus that's flipped 17 times. Well, Casca, stop coming with the bad news. We want good news. What's the bad news, Casca? Lavana is a slow rug. That's the bad news. I could have told you that a long time ago. They don't. I don't know that they're like. I don't know the story at all, but I don't know that they're intentionally rugging. But it's probably one of those rugs where they just don't have any money. Don Juan in the house. How you doing, brother? He loves DMT. Talking about the drug, or is that a W? Is that a wrestling move? What is DMT? Is that a crypto? Never heard of it. Isn't that a drug? Isn't DMT a drug? All right. They wrote an article. Oh, let's take a look. Uh, I mean, I've been talking a lot lately about not putting money, and I'm gonna continue to talk about it. Like, there's a reason you're gonna find. I mean, a lot of people are new to crypto, and you're gonna find a lot of these projects aren't gonna survive. Everyone thought this time was different. There's a lot of projects out there. What? Oh, it's a drug. That's what I thought. Um, I've never tried it. Probably never will. Anyway, a lot bear markets come and projects can't survive, or they were a rug to begin with, or they had good intentions. Ooh, Bitcoin, that's the futures, or they just simply, a lot of, and this is what's really interesting about one of the Cardano things I want to talk about today. They get the money, like it. They go out and they have these a lot of projects are either like they're rugs right off the bat. Those are typically like DeFi yield farms and shit like that. It's not necessarily a project like Lavana, but like Lavana or whether it's even Harmony One, like they go out with these intentions, they raise capital and they're like, give us some money and then we'll build it, right? Well, this is some pretty hard technology that you're trying to build here. So just because you have money, that's just like one of my many steps you need. And we'll touch on that a little bit later with some big Cardano news. I am getting super excited. I've been looking at the price of crypto more than I ever have lately. I even fired up my old, well, it's not really old. It's like a year and a half. I haven't used one of my laptops in a long time. I broke that bitch out just so that I can have my laptop in bed. Retro in the house. How you doing, brother? Retro was asking about the Pumas. He's getting cold. Do you have a Costco membership, Retro? Black, gray, and they call it blue. They have this nice embroider on it. It's like being wrapped up like a baby in a blanket, baby. I'm telling you, these things are so comfy. I feel like it's a requirement to have a Costco membership on this channel. Let's take a look at the Lavana B5 Fovana Lavana rug. I mean, I've been at like I haven't done shit in Lavana. Like I've given zero shit. Like I've considered that money gone a long time ago. That's just me personally. I mean, I have the same attitude with P5 Fofum DeFi Kingdoms. I've considered that money gone. We still got some hopium sippers in this Opium subscribers on that one. It's a pretty dope little rug. Recently, we've heard from many community members that they feel they have been rugged. These are harsh words and blah 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 blah. Oh, excuse me. Too long, soft rug, right? They just don't have the money. While it's been incredibly difficult to share the relay, blah 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 blah. Please, blah blah. Bear markets are hard. Being punched in the stomach. Crypto. Well, I mean, they got punched really hard with Luna. Crypto is changing. Lavana needs to get perps to market. Why do they want to have perps? Like, that's kind of weird. I'm both joking and serious. Obviously, perp, like you're a perp versus perpetuals. I don't. Oh, they because they're a 2x. They were supposed to be a leveraged coin. They were going to be leveraged Luna. What were they going to be leveraged after Luna rug? We don't currently have the funding, our investor support to continue building GameFi. GameFi's best way forward would be as a spin-off, independent of DeFi. Why now? Yeah. I mean, this doesn't surprise me at all. Where did they go? Did they go to Juno? Isn't Juno having problems? They went somewhere on Atom, didn't they? Up in Atom. Wasn't it Juno? Didn't they go to Juno? I mean, that was another bad mistake. Cardano to 22 years. Oh, yeah. I hope it goes to 10 cents before Christmas, brother. I want to buy it. I want to buy 100,000 Cardano at 10 cents, maybe 200,000, maybe two. If Cardano goes to 10 cents, I might buy $25,000 worth of a slick 250,000 in my retro. Like, I hope you're paying attention today. Like, we need a poll. I just like retro's big argument is Cardano doesn't have anything. Sometimes you don't buy a coin because they don't have what they're going to have, right? And first of all, they have dexes that are up. They have NFTs. They have everything Solana. They have everything Solana has. It's just that they're still building out their Plutus application back in. I don't know what that's been like, but my dude, you do that at most. No, are you crazy? They have games. They have GameFi over there. They have one of the best, biggest communities on the planet. They have support. We've already looked at their team. Their team is big. Their team is extremely experienced. Their team is fully doxed. Like you can find almost any team member there. Go to their LinkedIn page. They have a roadmap. They probably have one of the best roadmaps in crypto, updated all the time. And white papers upon white papers on the roadmap and what they're doing. They have some of the best developers on the planet. They have one of the greatest crypto minds on the planet. They are releasing a fully fiat backed stablecoin, regulatory compliant stablecoin, the first quarter 2023. Now, I will say stablecoins are a rocky issue, and I'm not saying like put your whole bag in Cardano and put your whole bag in the stable coin, but it is going to be fully backed one by one, and I'm sure they're going to be very transparent with proof of reserves and all this, regulatory compliant. That is huge. Um, and Cardano is looking to be the financial backbone of countries, right? They're aggressively going after countries in Africa. It was a while ago, but we did a video, and like the top 5 cities by 2050 are going to be in Africa. Populations of 100 million plus, 50 million, 100 million. Africa is going like crazy. A lot of people are going after Africa. They have a huge amount of resources over there, and Cardano's playing chess while all these other mofos are playing checkers. On top of that, everyone's priced in a successful future on. I don't kinda, but I agree with you. But they're pricing it in a little bit low, and everything's at rock bottom right now. If you look at market caps, I mean, Polkadot's right there, 6 billion to Cardano's 11 billion. What the hell does Polkadot have, right? Polygon. What does Polygon really have? They have some GameFi over there. They have some yield farms. They have, as far as I can tell, we need to deep dive Polygon. What's their roadmap? What do they got going on? How docs is their team? How much do we really know? Right? Maybe there's a lot. I know they're doing some good moves, partnerships with Disney and things like that. I don't hate Polygon, right? But at the same time, Dogecoin. The only thing Dogecoin has is Elon Musk. What the hell's Dogecoin got? What is XRP? I still don't understand XRP. But you got BNB 42 billion. I think Cardano is going to be better. There's no doubt in my mind Cardano is going to be bigger and better than BNB. 42 billion versus 11 billion. Is BNB really 4x better? Right now, only because they have a few things, right? What does BNB have? A few games and 90%, 95% of their DeFi is rug pulls, right? Some shitty NFTs. There's no real NFT market to speak of. Cardano, is there privacy coins over there? Right? And that's the big news, right? Right. Stop saying right. Anyway, I did post this link in the Discord. I haven't been given that. The last time we got a new member in the Discord was like 6 months ago. And this is some high alpha, folks. I don't give the Discord link out very often. I want you, if you get the Discord link, I want you to come in and bring some real deal Holyfield. Don Juan, curious about Gala as well. Might be $1 on the year around. It's way less than 10 cents right now, isn't it? Yeah, there's a lot of people, a lot of subscribers that like Gala. I don't hate Gala. I'm just really focused on the only thing I'm really, really want to buy right now is Cardano and Bitcoin. Anything other than that, I mean, I'm sticking to the best, the creme de la creme. Bitcoin, I'm okay with getting a 4x right now. Do you really think Bitcoin's not going to hit new all time highs? It's just a matter of when. Is the halving going to be it? Like I've always said, Bitcoin's only ever seen a bull market. When the next halving comes, we're still in a recession. We're still in a semi sideways bear market. Is Bitcoin really going to like blast off to the moon, or is it going to struggle to get to new all time highs again? It's not out of the question for Bitcoin to struggle just to get to new all time highs again in the next cycle. Or major FOMO might sit in and that shit might go to the moon. There will be a time when there'll be a supply crunch and Bitcoin will take off like a rocket ship. But Bitcoin's the safest asset out there. I want to start doing more videos on it because Bitcoin kind of the problem with Bitcoin is people get into crypto. The first thing they learn about is Bitcoin. Well, that's not so much the true now, but back in the day, you would learn about Bitcoin and then you're like, oh, this is cool. But then you'd learn about Ethereum and all the cool, shiny shit Ethereum does. And you're like, Bitcoin. And then you start learning about NFTs and all these other side chains. But you forget that Bitcoin's number one. And you forget why Bitcoin's number one. Bitcoin isn't going anywhere, right? If Bitcoin fails, crypto fails. And I don't think Bitcoin's ever going to fail. So what is wrong with getting a nice 4 or 5x, easy 4 or 5x. That's just for it to get back to new all-time highs. And if you believe crypto will go to new all-time, that's like, you know what I'm saying? ETH and Cardano after that, I honestly think with the moves Cardano's making, I'm starting to believe more than ever Cardano's going to flip Ethereum, and that's a very bold statement. That's a lot of network effect Cardano has to take. But Cardano is cheaper, way cheaper. It's going to be faster, and I think they're going to get to that faster quicker than Ethereum. And they're doing a lot of things for like regulatory compliance. Again, like I can go on and on. They got a lot of things coming, and I think the best engineers on the planet. It just takes time for that ecosystem as they develop, people that know how to write Plutus and Haskell and all that, and they have programs to nurture that. They have an app store. They're going to have secure code that can be signed and verified. Right? They're doing all the right thing. They're touching all the right buttons, and a lot of people overlook that. We'll see. I mean, Ethereum is a great way to move a lot of money around, and it has it. We'll have to see how the next bull market and how NFTs survive, because that's where the bluest chip of blue chips NFTs are right now, and the bluest of blue chip DeFi's over there, right? That's where all the big money gets stored on some of these like Yearn Finance and things like that. But with USDA, the fully one-to-one backed stablecoin coming to Cardano, I think that's going to be massively game changing. And Midnight is another going to be game changing for both individuals and corporations. Cardano wants to go after Fortune 500 companies, right? And that was a big splitting point with Charles Haskinson and Vitalik Buterin. Anyway, the Cardano Midnight. I am super excited about this. This is a privacy coin, but it gives you the ability to let auditors look at the code. So this is going to be this is going to be a massive way as a corporation, as a retail or as a retail individual or investor to have your shit private, like Secret on Atom, like Monero. But these, I don't know a lot about Secret. I've dabbled in it. I haven't really dug deep into it. But with this one, you don't have to worry about regulators going after it, because this allows people to audit your code. You give them the ability to audit what you're doing on this network. And I think that's amazing. I think that's groundbreaking. I think that's revolutionary. And on top of all of that, the way they want to release it is revolutionary. And it could be a great new way of doing a fair launch. Yeah, Biddy, F that lame coin. Yeah, that's the problem with you millennials. Man, you have the attention span of a autistic, or no, I don't, you have the attention span of a gnat. Something looks shiny, these YouTube shorts, these TikTok videos. Bitcoin's interesting for 10 seconds and you move on to the next one. Retro, you're so bad. You're looking at shit coins like LCX and Quant. Like, I haven't heard you talk about a solid layer one in ages. You're chasing all these shit coins left and right. Chad Knight 1962 in the house. How you doing, brother? Don't buy retro follow. Becker's the biggest, like lately the shit I've seen Becker tweet. He's calling Cardano a shitcoin, right? He's calling Solana, and I think he just is doing that to get under people's skin. I don't know if he really believes Cardano's a shitcoin. He probably believes Solana's a shitcoin. I'm not buying Litecoin yet, but it's on my radar, and I have some really good reasons why it's on my radar. We're gonna be looking at it, whether or not, and if I ever do buy some, it's just gonna be small amounts. I am buying Bitcoin and Cardano. I am buying Bitcoin and Cardano. I bought more Bitcoin. my weekly buys of Bitcoin and Cardano happened on Friday, and I was sitting on the toilet and I bought more Saturday, and I was sitting on the toilet yesterday and I bought some more yesterday. Bitch, I just told you I'm buying Bitcoin and Cardano. Like you cannot. I also, like I said, I'm looking at ICP. I find that really interesting. I'd like to buy it right now. The only thing I'm interested in buying is Bitcoin and Cardano. After that, it would be Ethereum, and after that, it would be Atom. Up and Atom. What's right now? My order price is what market is, bitch. Chad Knight, put two and two together. I told you I bought it Friday, I bought it Saturday, and I bought it Sunday. It's whatever it is. I'm buying small amounts right now. Oh, Jesus Christ. You're like a 5-year-old right now, Chad Knight. I don't know, less than $1,000 total, just like $50 here, 100, probably like around $500, maybe total of both. I'm just like, right now, Bitcoin and Cardano are great prices, so I'm just nibbling. I'm just nibbling. I'm gonna see what happens. I think we got time. Whether or not the market bottoms here or not, I think we got time. I think it's gonna spin sideways for a while with opportunities to possibly get it cheaper. I don't know if the bottom's in. It wouldn't. A lot of people are saying, actually, I would be calling the bottom too if it wasn't for Capo. I'd be right there with you, Chad Knight. I would say this is the bottom. I think in order for it to get to these crazy numbers like people are talking to, 12,000, 10,000, 8,000, say crypto savvy 3,000. You're here to expose me from what? Stop saying my name, dude. I hate it when people make like there's an engineer that I work with and he always says blah 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 Tom, blah 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 Tom, right? It's very condescending. You came in with BDE, big dick, Echo, big dick, Earl, big dick. What's BDE? I would be calling a likely bottom too if it wasn't for Capo. And I think PA is a bunch of garbage, but Capo's really good at it. Big dick. Oh yeah, big dick energy. How did I not know that? Yeah. Chad Knight came out. When you say Tom, when you make us blah 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 Tom, don't buy Bitcoin, Tom. You're an idiot, Tom. Very condescending. Condensing. You don't know what condescending? Like I don't know. I know what condescending is, but let's get the condescend. How do you spell it? Condescending. Having or showing a feeling of patronizing superiority. So like you're making these comments like you're superior and I'm inferior. Ricky in the house. How you doing, brother? Must be a Ricky. Bitch, I know you did that on purpose, Ricky. Look, dude, I'm just trying to help you be more social, right? People that do that, it's condescending. I hate to tell you that, Chad Knight, Fortnite, SETI. Right. And I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying don't make like all right, let's have a poll. I know some of you are gonna just vote against it just to be assholes. Is ending a statement with the person's name condescending? What is going on? I don't. Where'd my chat go? They changed shit around. Stop calling my name. You feel inferior? Oh my goodness. You mean inferior? That was me just showing you. You didn't start. Oh, I started a question and answer. Start a poll. Is ending a comment, cement, comment. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Comment with a person's name condescending. Vote no for free money. Yeah, it was I screwed that up. I could have named the poll as Tom a dummy, but it would have been an overwhelming yes. I like hearing your name, Ricky. Yeah, like I try and help this. I'm not even gonna get into it, but he always says Tom, Tom. Yes, I did that, Tom. I just need a yes, I did that. You don't have to end it. Just like make your comment, right? No, 100%. How many people voted? Is this Chad night? 3 votes? No. Fuck all you guys, dude. Fuck every one of you. You're doing that just to piss me off. Oh my goodness. I'm ending the stream. What would you do if I just got salty and just ended the stream? Why not right now? Bunch of millennial shitheads. Tom. It's extremely condescending. Retro. 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 I always finish my statements with when making a point. Yeah, when making a point. You're trying to make a point. You're trying to win an argument. You're being condescending. I don't understand why your little feeble brains don't understand this. Your little what is it? Troglodyte? A bunch of troglodytes? Yeah, Retro's finally getting it. We're like, what do you want to do? Talk about? We haven't even looked at crypto yet. Okay? First of all, Retro. On top of being condescending, now you're telling me what to do. Like, where do you get off, bitch? Let's go to your channel. Let's go to your live stream. Democracy has spoken. Yeah, let's get back to the market. Well, we've already talked about midnight. We've already talked about Cardano. I want to start doing more Cardano. I want to start doing like more like deep diving. I want to deep dive into ICP. I want to deep dive. Try to deep dive into XRP. I want to try and understand that one again. I still like that one. Just blows my mind. I don't understand what's going on with XRP. I want to deep dive Litecoin. Not Ricky. Chad Knight says there's been no development in Litecoin. I don't think that's true. Take a quick look. So the reason I like Litecoin a lot is a couple reasons. Michael Saylor is getting on board with it. This is considered the silver to Bitcoin's gold. I don't know, like if you just use any common sense with markets, I do see a future where Litecoin may, I'm not saying it will, could catch on and be the silver to Bitcoin. I really do believe that. It's 4 times as big, right? So it does have a defined limit of 4x, 80 million. I'm not 100% on this, but it has, like, it's a fork of Bitcoin. So it has a max supply. So I could see a point where people are like, they might get into Litecoin first into the future because Bitcoin's 300,000 and they might see Litecoin severely undervalued. Right now, I think it's 60 to 16,000. What is that? A 30, 25x away undervalued. So I could see Litecoin have a resurgence. And I could see this being a good. I'm not saying it is a good investment. It may be a horrible investment, but it's on my radar, and I think it could be one of those coins that's been around since the break of dawn, It will probably continue to be around, and it could find, itself in a supply crunch when the masses really start coming to crypto. Look, dude, I don't give a fuck about the Litecoin Bitcoin chart. I just told you it's 25 Bitcoin's a 25x away from it. I already understand the chart. I don't care what the chart is telling me right now. I'm telling you what I think could happen in the future. And again, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying this is on my radar and it could likely happen. You have gold, you have silver, you have platinum, you have all these precious metals that's copper, right? The same thing is very likely to happen when it comes to cryptocurrency. Who cares if you're making charts have never mattered to me, Casca. I just do charts to appease the feeble mind. You're gonna change my mind. All right. I don't have a mind to change. I haven't decided to buy Litecoin, right? You can't change a mind that hasn't even been figured out what I'm gonna do. And you're talking about a chart. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you I don't care about a chart, bro. I'm telling you what I think could happen with this. I don't see an LTC to Bitcoin chart. Litecoin to Bitcoin. Okay. It's gaining ground. Like what are you gonna show me? Change my mind. Change your mind that I don't even know where I'm gonna go. Like I don't know if I'm gonna buy Litecoin or not. So you might what do I see here? I see Litecoin gaining. I see a chart that's going up. I see a trend line that's going up. It's gaining less Bitcoin. It looks like it's gaining more Bitcoin. It's going up. Litecoin to Bitcoin. Zoom out. Does that mean it's losing ground? Since the end of October, does that mean it's losing ground? Don't. I mean, this goes back to April, bro. This goes back to April. It's up. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about this. Okay, this gonna change my mind. I mean, it hasn't. And again, bro, I don't know how many times I'm gonna tell you. I haven't decided to buy Bitcoin. I'm just telling you, it's on my radar. Or Litecoin. It's on my radar. And even if I were to buy it, it would be very, very small amounts right now. But I think it's a good. I think it's potentially a good asset. Litecoin development. It didn't Charles Haskinson get back on Litecoin? What's Mimblewimble? I've heard of Mimblewimble, but that sounds like development on Litecoin. You said there's been no development since 2017. The latest Litecoin news. Litecoin Mimblewimble. There's a Grayscale Trust. A mysterious Litecoin well just moved. Okay, what is Mimblewimble? Other than a cool name. Blah 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 blah. What is Mimblewimble? What is Mimblewimble? is a privacy-oriented decentralized protocol that uses a novel way of structuring. It was designed and introduced in mid 2016. Oh yeah, of course. It's on the elliptic curve cryptography approach. ECC more ever combined, such as confidential transactions. When talking about Mimblewimble's protocol, it is always said that it embraces three distinct characters. The ACE, is it the ACE? You guys know what the ACE is in Cardano? First of all, anonymous. I think that's what the A is. The second feature is fungibility. Mimblewimble's difficult to trace assets make it more fungible. Scalability, there are several crypto projects which choose to deploy Mimblewimble because of its robust security, privacy, and scalability. There's a Mimblewimble coin. How do you can mine? Proof of work. Can you mine Litecoin? You can. Don't you mine that with like Dogecoin? Monero, blah blah, Monero by using blah blah. All right. I guess over right now, I never said it was. I never said Litecoin is a better investment than Bitcoin right now. Stop putting words into my mouth. I said Litecoin could be big in the future. It is 25x undervalued compared to what would be 20. It'd be more like, because there's 4 times as many. So you'd have to do the math, but it's probably a 4 or 5x undervalued compared to Bitcoin. Is that how that works? It's severely undervalued compared to Bitcoin based on its supply, right? I believe it has a max supply. I'm going to assume 85 million. I think it's 4x. So Litecoin. I could be wrong. But again, Michael Saylor's talking about it, and I think it could become the silver to Bitcoin's gold. I think in the future, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, this stuff could be trading at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x its current price. If Bitcoin goes to 300,000 and Litecoin, Litecoin, if Litecoin's the silver, there's going to be people trading silver like they are now. This younger generation isn't going to care about or isn't going to care near as much as about gold and silver. This upcoming generation is very crypto minded and crypto focused, and that in itself is going to catch on over time, right? So and maybe they're a bunch of simple minded people like Chad Knight, and they won't care about Litecoin, like retro. Like it may not be shiny enough, right? They may not, it may fall off, right? It may, but it may not. That's all I'm saying. Michael Saylor has been talking about Litecoin. So do we not like Michael Saylor anymore? I mean, just because Michael Saylor looks a bit foolish right now. Excuse me, that will pass when Bitcoin's at new all-time highs. My shiny, my precious. Yeah, salty AF. One person said yes. I love whoever that person is. One person says yes, it's condescending. I bet Retro would change his vote now too if he could. The first step is admitting it, Retro. And there's nothing wrong with gambling on shitcoins if you enjoy doing it and you can afford to do it. Is he no, but I want to take a sledgehammer. Fucking who's that comedian? Didn't he just die? Gallagher? I want to pull a Gallagher. I'm kidding, but kind of serious. Bitcoin will be 100K. I think Bitcoin will hit 1 million. I think Bitcoin will hit multi-millions. I just don't know when. There's no doubt in my mind Bitcoin is the future. No doubt in my mind. a lot of people have a hard time wrapping their head around, and I want to like, man, I'm giving. It doesn't matter. I still want to start making these videos, like where I just get on like at least a few times a week and talk for 15 minutes. I haven't decided if I want to do it as a live stream, kind of like Cryptos Are Us, where I just get on and talk for 15 minutes, don't pay attention to chat. That's probably what I'll do, because I'm a lot more comfortable when I know there's a chat there. I don't like talking to an empty camera, a soulless camera. But anyway, a lot of people have a hard time wrapping their heads around Bitcoin because it doesn't make sense because they can't touch it, right? That's the biggest thing. They can't touch it. Oh, gold's cool because you can touch it. Who cares, right? If it wasn't for cannabis, I would like I. How often do you touch money? Unless you're one of those old school people that have to have a bankroll and like I stopped touching money over a decade ago. It every now and then I'd have to go to the ATM and get cash, and it would annoy the hell out of me. Right? You don't really, and over time that's going to become more and more. You're not going to actually touch money. So what is the difference in with CBDCs? Right? I mean, cash will always be there for a while, but it's getting phased out. It's getting phased out. You don't touch money. Most people don't touch gold. Most people don't touch silver. They just trade an instrument that, you know. So, and how, what is the proof of reserves on gold? What is the proof of reserves on silver? And how do we know how much of that's counterfeit? Things like that. No one's going after that shit, right? We can show proof of reserves in crypto, and that's going to become much more of a thing. You can't really do that with gold. That's just the biggest Ponzi scheme out there. So these are a lot of things older generations have a hard time wrapping their head around, but younger generations won't, right? So this is why this is almost a guarantee. It pains me to say this, but I'm also hearing rumblings. Like I was going to start talking about how, look, I don't. If you love Trump and you want to vote for Trump, good for you. But a vote for Trump is a vote against crypto. But apparently, there's rumblings that he's changing his stance on that. That would be a pretty smart move on his part, to be quite frank, because I think you're going to find a lot more people disagree with you when you don't like Bitcoin versus if you do like Bitcoin and you like regulation. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Green Ranger. What wasn't his name? I don't. Rip. You talking about Gallagher? Anyway, Litecoin. 4 billion market cap, circulating supply 71 million, total supply 84 million. I was right. It's 4x. It was a 4x fork of Bitcoin. A little bit more like liquid, right? Not as like it can handle higher transactional output, I believe. Anyway, I'm not currently buying Litecoin, though I might buy some just because it interests me. And I don't think having a small percentage of Litecoin is the worst idea in the world. I don't think Litecoin's going to zero. I really don't. I'm much more interested. Like I lay around and I go to bed thinking about three things: eating, Cardano, and Bitcoin. Usually pizza. I dream about pizzas, Cardano, and Bitcoin. I'm like I've told you, I'm not even lying. I'm not even joking. I mean, I pulled out a laptop that I haven't used in a long time. I'm in bed looking at charts again. And I not that I think charts are stupid. I mean, I think TA for the most part is stupid, but I like looking at what's going on. What's the price? And I do like looking at charts in the fact that it's not totally void of value. I just don't buy into the fact that charts tell you that FTX is going under, right? And that's why if it wasn't for Capo, I would say the bottom's in. The only way, in my opinion, the bottom's not in is if like Tether goes down or Grayscale goes down. There's a lot of concern about Grayscale. I've retweeted on that. There's some Twitter investigators out there. They've tracked down about half the Bitcoin, what they believe is half the Bitcoin in the trust. And there is interest. Like FTX can't get any money. Genesis can't get any money. The only thing institutional investors are looking to get into if they can is Grayscale. So if Grayscale Trust goes down, uh, that could cause some capitulation, but I do think a buyer will step in and bail out the Grayscale Trust. Wild Boar in the house. How you doing, brother? No, I didn't get the Summit NFT. Yeah, I eat Cardano. Nah, I'm too lazy for that shit. First of all, that NFT could be worth something in the future, but I was too lazy. I don't. I did, like I said, I did buy some Cardano, and I've moved all of it over to my NAMI. Oh, speaking of the midnight, I did not tell you that the way they plan on releasing midnight, I freaking love how Cardano does things. It is up to the community and the stake pool operators to get up to speed to be able to release midnight. Like they have to be operate, so it's up to the community. And then it sounds like they're going to do airdrops based on community involvement and things like that. So, it's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. I'm looking forward to the news. I think the USDA and I think the midnight are going to be game freaking changing for Cardano. And I do think the next bull run, you're going to see a huge, you're going to see a lot of network flow coming into that ecosystem. 7 ADA. That's what they're going for right now. 7 ADA. Good. What is the good games on? Wild Boar. Are you one of the bros that killed me recently in Rust? Have you headshot me in Rust recently? All right. 12%, 8 votes. Only one. Who voted yes? Because you're immediately my favorite person on the planet. We haven't really looked at prices, have we? Wow. We are 46 minutes in. The Nasdaq's down 75. I did pull all of the funds out of my small account. It's still showing, but that should hit my bank account today or tomorrow. Even though I can trade crypto on Tastyworks, I can't take custody of it yet. So I'm taking it out so that I can buy. I'm getting ready at AF to buy. Whether or not that happens soon, like I'm buying small amounts right now, 50 or $100 a week of Bitcoin or Cardano. Might get a wild hair at my ass and buy $500 of Bitcoin. I might get a wild hair at my ass and buy a few $1,000s of Bitcoin at one point. But I'm getting ready, right? If it drops, I'm buying, right? The more it drops, the more I'm buying. So I'm really excited. I sit here and have these dreams of like, man, what if Bitcoin were to go to 3,000 and I just buy like 5 Bitcoin? Well, what the hell is going on that's going to cause Bitcoin to go to 3,000? That's going to be some scary ass shit. Is just like Tether go down and the Grayscale Trust goes down? I mean, that's going to be some end of days. There's going to be some massive capitulation that would happen. And Capo and Sabi will tell you, oh, the charts told us Grayscale was going to go down. Anything new from Capo? No. He's going to be a big week. He thinks there's going to be he is going out on a limb saying this week is going to be big. I don't know. It's going to be thin volume. I do think last Black Friday was really bad. Let's take a look. Actually, wait, real quick. Let's see what's going on in the market. Nasdaq down 73, E-mini S&P down 15, moderately down. Crude oil down to $76 a barrel. Natty gas $7, hanging around that $7. Silver 21, basically $20.80. Gold 17.38 down 15. Bonds still really strong 125. And the VIX. The VIX down 34 cents at $24, basically. See what's going on in crypto. Bitcoin, 16,158. It did fall below 16,000 last night, but there still seems to be pretty strong support at 16,000. Ethereum 1133. Ethereum is taking a bit of a shellacking because the FTX hacker, I think, is dumping a lot of Ethereum. That's probably putting some pressure on it. Cardano pushing, like trying to push below 30 cents, but holding there. Solana continuing to get slammed. A lot of TVL dried up in Solana because of the FTX. I think Solana's dead on arrival. I think that chain is dead. There is a potential that could get really cheap, like really freaking cheap, and you might take a flyer on it. Like say it goes below $1, and then a bull market starts. There could definitely be some opportunity there, but I wouldn't be aping in with big amounts. Again, I think Solana is eventually going to die. I never liked the tech. I thought the tech was garbage. I think there's still a lot of opium sippers in Solana because they live in a vacuum and they believe all that. That's one of the things that's very annoying on crypto Twitter. Like they live in this vacuum that their chain is better because they hear their YouTubers telling them it's better with no real facts. No, there's no real facts on Solana. Even Invest Answers. I think Invest Answers is a very smart person, but I think he's completely wrong on Solana. The only real fact that they can come at you with is their high TPS. And I think their high TPS is just as big as fraud as what Sam Bankman-Fried is doing. I think it's a bunch of made up bullshit with a lot of data that they're considering TPS. It really isn't TPS. Show us hard evidence, right? Show us hard evidence other than hearsay. That's all I'm asking for, right? I think the chain paused again recently. Whether I don't know whether that's true or not. You can't believe anything said on Twitter. I used to watch him a lot. I haven't watched his ass in a long time. I used to wake up and watch him every morning. I haven't watched that, bro. Like I stopped pretty much watching all crypto for a long time. And now I'm kind of watching it again. The ICP, the Bitch Boy ICP interview was really good. I catch their morning show sometimes because they have good news on there. I just don't like Bitch Boy that much. Bitch Boy's going ham with like starting a war with Kevin O'Leary. It's very like narcissistic, and he's a drama queen, man. Like he thinks he's doing things like I think he probably believes what he's doing is good, like he's doing good things. But I think he looks a bit like a lunatic. Yeah, I mean, I like the modern investor, but he's a little bit tinfoil hat too. But I don't like that. All that's just like bait. Like he just reads the news from like websites. I don't believe half the shit on these websites anymore. Like CoinDesk, I think is owned by DCG, aren't they? Digital whatever digital group that owns Genesis. That you know what I'm saying. You can't believe they're all owned by entities. You gotta find the right places. So I don't know, man. That's why I stick to the tech. I mostly stick to the tech, and that's another reason I love Cardano. I can sit there and listen to the founder talk, as pompous and as he may be sometimes, and he definitely needs to lay out the freaking cheeseburgers. He used to be a BTC maxi. Yeah. I mean, he probably. I mean, I do get that vibe from him. What is Kaspa? Kaz? Sounds like some Russian shit. Excuse me. I want to do. Oh, I want to look at. I know what I want to do. So I watched some of this interview, even though, like, I don't dislike cheeky crypto. I just have a hard time listening to him. I'm an asshole, right? Their English accents get on my nerves. I can only put up with it for like 10 seconds. I'm an asshole. Like, if you're out there and you're from England and you're getting pissed off at me, hey, look, if you hate my accent and the way I talk, I'm not going to hold it against you. You're comfortable with your. Chiefs come back. I cannot wait to watch that. I love Nick Wright. All right. Anyway, he did an interview with Charles Haskinson, and I was watching this Tom Cruise clip. If you have not seen Top Gun 2, such a good movie. Been watching a lot of Magnus Carlsen lately. Peeking in my soul. Midnight, cheeky crypto right here. And my nose is running a lot right now. Anyway, look at that, man. Charles, you're really packing it on, bro. I mean, you're young, dude. Let's get that physique back into shape.
Those mechanics, we have a lot of room.
Lay off the fucking cheeseburgers, bro. I was there. When I was your age, I ballooned up to like 275. Gotta be careful. You got a lot. Look at that, dude. Cheeky Cryptos looks like he's pushing a few more LVs too. Like this bro needs to go on a diet himself. And look, I can fat shame, right? I can fat shame because I could stand to lose a few, and I'm working on it. Too late. Already dumped my. Oh, you already dumped your Cas bags. Yeah. Retro, aren't you skinny, Retro? You can't fat shame people. That's politically incorrect. I can do it. You guys can't. Let me turn on sound so you can hear this. Let's have another poll. It's gonna be an asshole poll. I admit I'm an asshole when I get annoyed by this guy's voice. Like English, they just sound like they're pompous, right? Just like, could you imagine if I was interviewing Cheeky Crypto and he did his little pompous accent and then ended it with Tom? Yeah, but he can work on these LBs, right?
And, these things that everybody talks about.
This is some horrible video quality.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very simple concept. Like, for example, wouldn't it be nice to live in a world where if you forget your password or your
this Cheeky Crypto, they got 139K subscribers. They can afford to have a better mobile camera and
that's exactly right. Because
what is this done on a fucking iPhone?
In the world, you can get hit by a bus. Yeah. They got a lot of them in the streets here in Edinburgh, right?
They got mics.
The wife gonna do? What's the grandma gonna do? When grandpa gets hit or something like that. It's really a dangerous game that people play with crypto, and because crypto is usually a game of the young, they don't think too much about what happens if I'm incapacitated
Charles,
or I get dementia
please
or I
put
die.
down the cheeseburger.
But as this becomes mainstream,
the bison burger. I wonder if he eats his bison. All right. The collapse of the grayscale Bitcoin. I'm getting so sick of these hardcore fear-mongering titles by all these people lately. This guy's really bad. Meet Kevin's been really bad with these titles. The housing market crash, this crash, that crash. The housing market foreclosures, liquidations. The danger of stocks, prepare, critical market. Oh my goodness, dude. Like fear. And then you get on and you watch his videos and he's just telling you to buy House Hack and get his courses. And he goes over data. None of the data says it's the end of the Grayscale Trust. He just wants you to click and watch his video. You used to watch him. Yeah, he doesn't do stocks anymore because he got his ass handed to him. He doesn't want you to look behind that door anymore. Let's see what's going on in crypto Twitter. This guy who doxed my house. The New York Times has verified the authenticity of the video showing 11 Russian POW executed at the floor by Ukrainian forces. Yeah, I saw parts of this video where Ukrainians have Russian forces and they show them telling them to get on the ground, and then they go to this clip of them showing them executed. I've also heard that like they tried to like escape and like a firefight ensued. So I don't know, right? I do know if the Ukrainians like executed them, that should be a war crime. If Bitcoin went below 6K, would you be okay? I would be doing cartwheels, and I'm not physically capable of doing a cartwheel. Coinbase confirms that it holds 635K Bitcoin on behalf of, and that they are secure. That's good news. Is that why Bitcoin's starting to pump a little bit? Coinbase is a heavily regulated US exchange. I've actually started using Coinbase over Binance. It's really frustrating and annoying, and I don't know why. But Binance promotes fee-free Bitcoin trading. And I even did like a couple weekly buys of it. But when you go, even right now, the spot price of Bitcoin is $16,120. If I go to buy Bitcoin, they sneak this by you, and I don't know why. So I'm gonna go $50. They're charging me $16,529. It's free. There's no fee, but I'm paying $16,500 for Bitcoin. No effing thank you. So I am buying it on Coinbase, and then I immediately take it off. If I go buy it on Coinbase, it's like a $3 fee, but I'm getting it at the right price. I'll pay the $3 fee. Just sell it to me, 700 million USDT transfer to who cares? Leftists now complaining that Elon Musk pulled to reinstate Trump is who cares? Like 8 million people voted. I will say at the risk of pissing off people and losing subscribers, I don't know. It's a really weird situation. Trump was good for the market, but the guy led an insurrection, right? Like he led an insurrection against our capital. I don't, people will say, well, it was for the good of the country. I guess, man. I just don't like, my biggest problem with Trump is he just says everything, his opinion is right, and every other opinion's fake news, right? Everything, but like I do believe, I'm not saying other politicians haven't done it, but I do believe he's probably committed mass tax fraud. JP Morgan officially registers a cryptocurrency wallet trademark. Positive news is starting to come in. Bitboy's on like this huge rant about Kevin O'Leary. And then there's people saying Kevin O'Leary can have you assassinated, like you're messing with the wrong dude. It's really weird. Remember this guy? I did a video. I kind of want to do a video follow up, like uh, Invest Answers was wrong. I was right. Again, I do really think this is a smart dude. I think he just got hogwashed by Solana. We all make mistakes. He still believes in Solana. I think he's an idiot on that part. But almost everything else he says, I agree with him 100%. And I think he's a really smart dude. I just think he's getting fleeced. His brain has a mental block when it comes to Shitlana. How would you rank the 11 strongest altcoins in terms of return over the next 3 months? This dude has Quant number one. He's an idiot. MNW, DAG. I don't even know what these are. Loop. I've heard of that. Eagle, Kaz. Is this in the? Is this retro? Is this one of the discords retro spends all his time in? There's going to be a huge ADA airdrop later. Okay. Retro loves the choices. My current targets as it stands: Bitcoin 12,000, Sol $6. I think Sol's going below 5. ETH 800. I think ETH's going lower. BNB ADA 20 cents. I think 15 cents. Doge $6. Isn't that Doge 6? What? Isn't Doge like 8 cents? What kind of crack is this guy smoking? He thinks everything's gonna dump, but Doge is gonna 101, 2. Doge is gonna 100x. You're an idiot. Ben Armstrong, Bitch Boy follows this. Doge is going to this has to be a typo. $6. XRP 27 cents. AVAX $7. Theta. Aptos. Yeah, I agree with every one of these being possible, but Doge. Like, is he a Doge lover? JP Morgan Wallet is now a registered trademark for Bitcoin and crypto virtual exchange. All right, so that's big, dude. That's a big bank, and the banks are coming. A whale with 720K ETH switched his ETH wallet just now. This one has been dormant for 2 years. A giant whale took 132 million and deposited into Aave, then borrowed 80 million and transferred 55 million to Binance. What is this guy doing? That's some chess shit. Crypto. Where is the best area to live? So Alex Becker wants to expatriate. Is that the expatriate, right? Like he wants to renounce his United States citizenship. This guy's a psycho, man. I'm sorry to I'm sorry to dish your idol like this, Retro, but this guy's off his rocker. Tech dev, how often you hear me like tech dev, one of the most respected chartists in Bitcoin. How often you see me talking about that? Because I don't, because TA is stupid. Coinbase has revealed the amount. So it looks like the Grayscale Trust is pretty safe. Crypto Crow, hey at Elon, why are these guys still taking up the top of my suggested followers? I feel like Crypto Pro is gonna be like he seems like he's a huge Trump supporter. You know this dude's like 7 foot. Most of you probably don't even know who he is. He's a huge Cardano guy. Cardano has announced an algorithm launching on its mainnet in 2023. So Cardano has USDA coming and the JED coming. Gonna be exciting times. Gonna be exciting times for a ghost chain, right? I mean, the rubber's still got to meet the road, Retro. But it's gonna have 2 stable coins, one fully backed, 1-to-1 to fiat, one algorithmic. We'll have to see how these play out. I won't personally be looking. I mean, I'm gonna be watching the JED for sure. But after the Luna thing, I'm gonna have to hear a lot of evidence for me to support the JED at this point. They got the privacy coin coming. I mean, people went apeshit over on Atom because of Secret and Shade. But who's really using it other than the Atom Kool-Aid sippers? You know what I mean? Who's really using Atom other than the Atom Kool-Aid sippers? Like Farnswell, I'm giving Farnswell a bit of a hard time, but I mean, what does Atom have? They have the IBC, which is great. I love the IBC, and they have potentially Passage, but is Passage dead now? Like, I like Atom. I want to buy more Atom. I want to buy it at like $3 or $5. Stake it and earn. The only reason I love Atom because of the IBC and it pays a ridiculous 21%. I mean, that's a bit of a red flag if we're being honest. That means it has a 20% inflation rate. And we know what inflation is doing to our economy. Does that mean does Adam a ticking time bomb? How can you justify a 21% inflation rate? Is there a max supply on Adam? I don't even know that. That's how poor my due diligence. My due diligence on Adam is Farnswoggle P. Horsetooth telling me Farnswoggle and a few other bros. A. Sanders. Like I did get caught up in the what is that? The Passage was really cool to me. There are a few, the relationships with Harmony One, the relationships with Luna. Those turned out to be disasters. So we'll see. Wifey. Tyler, I think we're going to have to lose BitBoy and Richard Hart before we can go up again. Um, I love this one. We're going to give that one a heart. BitBoy made these comments yesterday like, he is the greatest thing in crypto. Crypto is dead without him. The ego on this guy, man. I tell you. Which blockchain has the best chance to supplant Ethereum? Solana? Nope. Algorand? Nope. Algorand and Elrond? No fucking chance. Solana? No fucking chance after FTX collapse. Cardano? Yes. 74%. Not surprising. Kool-Aid sippers, Kool-Aid sippers, Kool-Aid. There's 5%. Like 3 weeks ago, Solana might have been 50%. The community is fading on Solana. There's only a few Kool-Aid sippers left over there. Bank of England says the UK might need a digital pound. All governments are gonna say they need a CBDC. I'm hearing through the grapevine that something important is about to happen. Please recognize the fact that my elite social connections to people who are early to know things make me cool. And please help validate. I don't even know what he's saying. Man, my nose. There's no way I have a cold. Could Ergo be the coin to make investors in the next bull run? Yeah, we need to look at Ergo. I think Ergo is the one doing midnight. Ergo. Powering the future of finance. I think this is ERC20 compatible though, which I don't like. I think this is the financial arm. They call themselves the financial arm. Auto Lycos, an ASIC resistant and fairly mined proof of work friendly to common GPUs. You can mine Ergo. Maybe I should be doing that. Maybe I should be buying Ergo and mining Ergo. Let's see. Ergo raffle. Look at this roadmap. Some sidechain on Cardano has a better roadmap than most layer ones. Let's see. Zero knowledge treasury, Oracle pools, NFT market, DEX, layer 2 tutorials, a metaverse. Like I haven't looked at any of these yet. So up next, Dexy Gold, Spectrum Finance on Cardano, Mixer tokenization. If they're talking about like a tornado type thing, I don't know about that. Ledger, Oracle V2, exchange listings. So they're not on exchanges yet. Darkpool Gaming, UTX, Sapshot, a casino, private swaps, layer 2 solutions, mining and Cargo. All right. So the best thing about today is Tom will now be thinking about the poll every time he talks. No, I won't. Like ever. What did you? 30% of the people say yes. So 30% of the voters have some common sense. Mm. I beat. I want Derek in the house. How you doing, brother? I lost touch a few months. Welcome back, brother. I do remember you being in the chat a few months ago, because I used to work with another engineer called Derek, spelled exactly like you. Oh, I know you're not the same person because I know his last name and it's not Bateman. Sorry. Hopefully you're still here, but welcome back, brother. We love you, but you have to go home. We love you. Have, have a good. Oh, Casca's out. Have a good one, Casca. All right. I mean, this is a good time as any to wrap it up. I may do some live streams this week at night. More than likely, I will. We'll have to see how it plays out. But I'm off this week. I'm on vacay. I don't got shit better to do. I've already been catching up on my sleep. I had 9 hours, over 9 hours sleep on Saturday, close to 9 hours yesterday. I've only had about 7.5 today, so you can bet your ass the nap's coming. Um, let's wrap this up. Bitcoin 16131. The poll should be, is Bitcoin gonna close below 16,000 this week? I'll do that tomorrow. Remind me. Ethereum 1100. Cardano holding on around 31. Everything's about the same as I mentioned before. We didn't go down. Fraudora point. It's now below 0.002. One of the biggest rug. Like I feel Fraudora is going down. Fraudora is probably going to zero. Arweave holding up, Capion. Few people like the Capion and the Gala. They're cool to me, but I'm not going to be buying them. You know my philosophy right now. Bitcoin and Cardano is really all I want to buy. I don't hate Ethereum too, but I'm just much more excited about what Cardano's doing and what I think they're going to do. I honestly want to get my Bitcoin and Cardano bags as big as possible. Uh, and I think Ethereum's going to have another really good run, but it also wouldn't surprise me to see it start losing ground on Cardano. I'm a Kool-Aid sipper. I truly believe Cardano's coming and they might come and succeed. Again, the things that they are doing is they're making big moves and it's coming a lot faster than what people realize. People think like, what is Ethereum is probably slower moving than Cardano. Oh, Cardano's taking you. Ethereum has been around longer and Cardano's catching up and they're catching up fast. The tech on Cardano, the extended UTXO model, I believe is superior to the accounting model. Again, if you don't know what UTXO is, again, you need to learn and understand it. You're not anywhere near as crypto savvy as you thought you were if you don't know what UTXO is. I did go into this last week. There are certain things, like if you're very new to crypto, I won't hold it against you. But as you learn crypto, the cycle is you get in. The typical cycle is you get in because of like NFTs, right? And then you start learning, or you get in because of Bitcoin, because and very early it was Bitcoin because Bitcoin was pumping, and then you start learning about all these other things. But the problem is you hear mostly vacuum bullshit on YouTube, vacuum bullshit on Twitter. People tell you to do due diligence, but your form of due diligence is listening to the vacuums on YouTube and Twitter. So you're not really figuring it out and learning it. We went through a lot of the same cycles ourselves. We learned, but we learn with a lot more information, and we were learning the things that like 3 or 4 steps ahead of people that are still just listening to the vacuum. And those people listening to the vacuums that aren't figuring that out are going to continue to listen to the vacuum and lose money. We're over here, we've been learning very important things about DeFi, very important things about GameFi. And I personally have adjusted my strategy massively because of that. I'm no longer tempted by videos telling me how I can get 100x and 1000x gambling on these high risk shit coins and game coins and etc. I'm much more happy getting my easy, safe 4x's, 5x's with potential of 10x plus, right? Very happy with that. I think Cardano could easily, if the next bull run meets all expectations, and I'm not saying it will. Again, Bitcoin has only ever been in a bull run. The next halving is in 2024. It is April of 2024 predicted. We're at that point where it's 30 months past the last cycle. So the bottom of the two previous cycles were 26 months after the halving and 29 months. So Bitcoin's already reached a point where it should be at the bottom or near the bottom. But again, Bitcoin's only ever been in a bull market. So this time may be different. We may have a bull market, but Bitcoin might go down to 10,000 and maybe only makes it back up to 30,000 in the next bull market. If this is anything like the .com crash, that shit took 10 years plus to recover. Not saying that we're saying that can happen again. But I'm okay even only getting a 2 or a 3x right now, continuing to buy cheap, because eventually Bitcoin will be at all-time high. I believe Cardano will still be here, and it will be at new all-time highs. So Cardano has the potential in the next bull run if Bitcoin does everything people thinks it will do based on the traditional 4-year halving cycle. Cardano is going to have a lot, or should have a lot on its network, and can hit $5. It could hit $7. It could hit $10. Hopium, but it could. I don't need it to hit $5 or $7 or $10. If I have a 250,000 Cardano and it hits $3, I'm doing pretty good. And I'm earning 5%. So I'm doing pretty good. I'm not going to complain. If I have a few Bitcoin and it hits 30, 40,000, and that doesn't even include the ETH I hold and the Atom I hold. So I'll be doing pretty good again, right? Right now, the more it goes down, the more I want to buy, because I believe there will be another huge bull run. I just don't know if it's going to be in the next halving or it's going to take another halving or a mix of somewhere in between. It was just a label printer, no big deal. All right, everyone. I don't know how many people are left. I've been waxing on to the break of dawn. My throat hurts a little. 2 people still in the house. I just gave one of the best speeches, some of the best alpha, some of the best content on YouTube, and only 2 freaking people heard it. That's right. I know at least one more person will hear it later. Kurt, I love you. We all miss you. Anyway, I might stream tonight. Worst case, I'll be back 6:30 a.m. PST. Be there, you're an F Square. I love you all, and peace. And that awkward moment.